Okay, so here are some new bugs and problems with SCRIPTCASE, and I'll try to show what's going on here because I'm super frustrated that these bugs are not fixed, although they were reported numerous times for more than 3 or more years. And while I'm researching this, I also discovered new bugs that I will record and place the video about them. But let's get back first to the first one that is my main headache, and it's just I want to really swear when I get into that problem. So here's the table that I used, and this table had few more fields, but I removed a few of them recently, so I ended up with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns only. Now, at this moment, this table is empty. So when I click to view the content, no records here. Okay. So now if I go back to the dictionary, and we have the same table in the dictionary here, and I want to renew this structure in the dictionary. So I'm going to remove this from here. Let's click OK. Okay, this table has been removed from the dictionary. Now, because it was removed, let me close and reopen it again, just in case. So when you go to the database tables, this table shows up as new, and that's exactly the one that I just shown here. So this is the new table that's supposed to be added to the dictionary. So first I'm going to show the first bug that I reported at least like a dozen times in the last 2 months. Still hasn't been fixed. So here's what happens when I select this table to import. Let's click next, and let's click override language files. I click add, and I get immediately this error. So when I click on this to see the details, it shows some weird line, and then basically when I try to open this file, let's try to open it in Notepad. Oops, I copied too much. Oops. Yeah, sorry about that. I was about to grab only the path from here. So this is how this line looks like. Just everything is garbage because it's encrypted. So this is the first bug, and that appears, I cannot say with every table, but with many tables, not only this one. So the second problem is way much bigger because it just affects the entire project. And I have projects which consist of like 500-600 apps, 250-350 tables, really big ones. So let me show you what happens now. So I imported that ADM support table. Now when I go to edit and click on edit, not only that this field here is way too small and it doesn't really show the full number here, and I asked them to fix this already a few times, hasn't been fixed. But the worst part is here, that text field that is in that table. Let me show you that text field, which is this one here. This is message, and the field type is text. This text field becomes 32,767 characters long. So that means when I create the form, by default, this field on the form will extend probably like a mile to the right. And it will mess up entire form size and everything. So if I go there to on that form, I can edit it, of course. I can change the size for example, like 80 characters or so. But the next time I do the dictionary update, this will be updated again. Or if I create a new dictionary and import the tables and all the structures, it will be updated again. Now, if you have like 1 or 2 forms, not a big deal. It can be edited manually. But if I have like 560 or 570 apps, and at least like 30, maybe 40% of that are forms, and at least like 60, maybe 80% of forms have some kind of message type field, which is text field, then I have to go through around probably like 200 forms, maybe 250 forms, and edit every single field manually. When this happens, I just want to swear, and I want to go online and tell everybody possibly not to ever buy SCRIPTCASE, because this is such a ridiculous bug. And I understand the bugs are everywhere in every software. There is no software without bugs. But the problem is that this has been reported a number of times, and I finally even created the video showing the same thing here and posted it online and sent the link to that video to NetMake. After a month and a half from that video, it still hasn't been fixed. So I'm super extremely pissed off what happens here. So let's click on update, and I'm gonna keep it as it is, pretending that I have not noticed this. Of course I can fix those the sizes here in this field, but again, going through like 250 tables, forms, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So I'm going to click on update and pretend that I haven't seen this problem. Now let's close the dictionary and let's figure out what happens here on the forms. So let's say I have all these applications and I want to find the application that uses this form. And it's impossible, because I have a table name and I don't know which, or I don't remember which table is using which app, because I have so many tables. So going through this and trying to figure out where this table was used in which application it's gonna take me like a few hours if I don't remember. So that's one thing, and that's not a bug. That's simply missing feature, which is super important. But I was hoping I found some way of locating the app that uses this table. So I went here to the, let's see where this was in the reports. Where are these reports? Let's see. I just saw it here. Okay, it's here, reports. So I don't care about the developer summary. That was waste of time creating something like this, but that's okay. Application list. So I click on this. While this screen is somewhat helpful, it's missing the very important things, but there is even more, and there is very big problem here. So let me show you what is it. So now I'm gonna go back to the dictionary, grab that table name. I'm going to copy this table, go back to the report here, and there is an option that says show SQL insert. So I'm going to click on this, and then it asks me what table I want to refer to. So I'm going to place that table here, and I click show, and this list shows me total BS, total bullshit, because none of this is true. So in other words, if I go, let's say I pick anything simple, 80 form tasks, and it says insert into ADM support values 80 form tasks. That's not true. So let's copy this app name, and let's go to the search again. I'm gonna paste it here, and let's do, oops, let's do it again. I've lost it somehow. Okay, let's hit enter. So this is the referred application, 80 form tasks. Now we are using here table called ADM tasks, and if we look up the fields here, there's no reference. If we look the application links, there is no reference. If we look up the events, there is no events here. I mean custom events, no Ajax, no master detail, no many to many. So where is this table referenced in this application? That's a total lie. So this is incorrect, and it's very misleading. So unfortunately I cannot use this because this report thing has very serious bugs. Then another problem is, like you see, I was just on that page with the report, and I only clicked that button and the whole thing disappeared. So I can't go back and re-edit it or do anything. It's just simply gone. And that's common problem in SCRIPTCASE, that many steps or features only go one way. You cannot go back and re-edit what you just created, which really sucks. So I think that's about it. But let me show you one more thing almost. For example, if I get the form like this and update this form, that's the similar problem, because this form has these fields which have a message type description, for example here. When this field gets edited and dictionary is updated, this field is going to get the 32,000 characters back in this line, amount of characters. Let's check this out. So this form uses SUP tickets for support tickets. Okay, so let's do this. SUP tickets. Let's find it. That's this one here. So let's click on edit, and you see what happened here. 32,000 characters. So let's do it again. So I'm going to remove this table, because now I know which table has a problem, so I can remove it. So let's find it again. That's this one. I'm going to remove it completely. Delete. Okay. And now let's re-add it back to the database. So what happens, ScriptCase should look up the database now and the structure and import everything correctly. So let's look at the structure again now. Here. So let's click edit. And as you see, text with multiple lines has 32,000 characters. So let's update. I'm going to close. I'm going to go back to that form. And let's see if we can open this form now. So right now, this field shows up as it is, and it's fine, but here's the problem. So let's go back to the dictionary. I'm going to, let's just select a single table, so it'll be quicker. Excuse me. I'm going to select this. I click next, and I want to update the size as well, because in many cases I need to update the size, because if I change the size, for example, from within the database, I change the size from 6 characters to 60, I need to update the size. So when I click on sync, And sometimes, of course, I can do this also accidentally, without intention. So let's close this now. And let's reopen that same application and let's run it again. Now here's what happens. Now look at the same field description. Let's scroll it here. You see what's going on? So if I go at the bottom of the browser and start scrolling right, just watch my mouse at the bottom where it is. This is where the end of this field is. And when this happens, number one, the form looks terrible. Number two, user is completely lost because the exit and other buttons are completely invisible. So I don't know why NetMake is so ignorant to fix this major bug. And again, here's this other one that lists all the applications that use this table, which is absolutely untrue. And this is absolute trash, this list. So that's it. I'm posting this online, and so hopefully people and users and developers can be aware of that problem when it happens to their apps, and hopefully finally NetMake will fix this major bug. Thank you for watching.